Hello everyone, I am Manoj Shankar Jalgade, Assistant Professor, MBA Department, DGSE Nagpur. Our subject is statistics, and in the statistics subject, we are going to see what are the different methods of measuring dispersion or deviation. So, our chapter name is measurement of deviation. So, this is our unit, and we have to see different methods of measuring deviation. So, in this chapter, we are measuring the variation. Variation is nothing but what? Deviation or dispersion. So, two methods are there, absolute method and relative method. In absolute method, we get the exact deviation, what it is exactly, and in relative method, we will get the percentage value. We will get the answer in terms of percentage if we divide the value into 100. Okay. So, these are the two methods. In that absolute method, we are going to calculate the range, quartile deviation, mean deviation and standard deviation. And in the relative measurement of dispersion, we are going to calculate the coefficient of range, coefficient of quartile deviation, coefficient of mean deviation and coefficient of variance, that is variation, coefficient of variation. So, I have provided the formulas of it. Here are the formulas. Range formula is highest value minus lowest value. Means whatever the data is given, we have to consider the highest and lowest value, and the difference between the highest and lowest value will be our range. And quartile deviation, each and every data have some quartiles. So there are 4 quartiles in a particular data. So we have to calculate Q3 and Q1. And out of that, after finding Q3 and Q1, will minus Q3 and Q1 divided by 2. So it is the third quartile and it is the first quartile. Difference between the third quartile and the first quartile divided by 2 means we get the value of quartile deviation. After that, mean deviation. So we'll calculate the mean first in that, and we'll calculate the spread or deviation. So there will be a separate column of deviation, and after getting that column, we'll sum up that column of deviation, will get the summation of D and divided by number of terms. If the frequency is given in the example, so we'll multiply that frequency and the column of deviation, so we'll get the FD and we'll sum up in the last, so we'll get the summation of FD, and when the frequency is given, the value of N is nothing but summation of F. After that, we have to calculate the standard deviation. Once we calculate the column of D, then we will square that column and we will make another column of D square, and then we will sum up, and by using the number of terms, we will calculate the standard deviation. That is the simple formulas of range, quartile deviation, mean deviation and standard deviation. After that, we can also calculate the coefficient of range, highest value minus lowest value upon highest value plus lowest value. If we want to calculate in terms of percentage, then we have to multiply that particular thing into 100. Same way, we can also put 100 here also and here also. If we calculate in terms of percentage, then we have to put 100. So, in the similar way, coefficient of quartile deviation is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1 into 100. Coefficient of mean deviation is what? Mean deviation divided by mean into 100, and coefficient of variation is standard deviation divided by mean, that is in terms of symbols. Okay. So in this way we have seen the formulas. Now we are going to see the examples. Now we have the example, and here is the example. In that example, we are going to calculate the range, quartile deviation, mean deviation and probably standard deviation. Let's see how to solve this example. Years, it is given in terms of class interval. It is given in terms of class interval. So we can also put CI here, and number of person means frequency. Number of person means what? Frequency. So you can directly put frequency and class interval. So for range, what we need? We need highest value and lowest value. So whatever the data is given in terms of class interval, we have to observe the lowest value and highest value. So what is the lowest and the highest value? Highest value is 100, lowest value is 0. So of course highest value minus lowest value will be your range, that will be 100. So there is no need to calculate, we can directly answer this kind of question. Next is quartile deviation. So what is the formula of quartile deviation? Let's see what is the formula. Quartile deviation formula is very simple, that is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So we have to find Q3 and Q1 for it. So what is the formula of Q3 and Q1? Let's see. The Q1 formula is L plus N by 4 minus Cf upon F into H. That is the formula of Q1. In the same way, the formula of Q3 is L plus 3N by 4 minus Cf upon F into H. So we need to determine the N by 4 value, Cf, F and LH. So it is clearly determined that whenever the class interval is given, means there will be the value of L. Okay, so we have to use that formula. So for finding Q1, we need to identify N by 4. What we need to identify? N by 4, and column of Cf is also required. Okay, so we'll build another column of Cf here. This is F, this will be Cf. So Cf is very simple, 4 plus 10, 14, 14 plus 15, 29, 29 plus 20, 49, 49 plus 11, that will be 60. So if you sum up, it will come, summation of frequency will be 60. Let's sum 14, 15, 29, 49, 50. Right. Okay. So that is nothing but what? That is N. That is the value of N. So N is what? N is 60. N is what? N is 60. So for finding Q1, we need N by 4. N by 4 means what? N by 4, 60 divided by 4, that will be 15. So look at here, where is 15? 15 is here in between that. So 15 is between those two terms. So obviously it will be your Cf, and consider in the F column it will be your frequency. In the same way you have to go left hand side, and that will be your class. That will be your class. So this value will be your L. And the height of class 60 minus 40 is H. That will be 20. So you have all the values. So put the values in the formula and get the answer. What is the formula? Q1. Q1 N by L. L is what? L is 40. 40 plus N by 4 is what? 15. 15 minus Cf is 14 and divided by F. F is what? 15 into height of class is 20. So solve and get the value of Q1. 40 plus 1 upon 15 into 20. 40 plus 20 upon 15. 5 4s are 5 3s are. So that will be 40 plus 1.33. 41.33 will be your Q1. So we got the Q1 value. We got the Q1 value. So in the same way, you have to solve it for Q3. You have to solve it for Q3. Let's solve for Q3 then. Let's solve for Q3 then. I am erasing that Q1. Okay. So We will write here the value of Q3. Q1 is what? The value of Q1 is 41.33. Okay. Now we are going to calculate. Q3. Now we are going to calculate Q3. Let's see. Formula of Q3 is what? 3n by 4. So we have to calculate for finding Q1, we need to find first n by 4. And in that case, we need to find 3n by 4 first. So 3n by 4. So 3 into n is what? N is 16 divided by 4. So that will come 45. That will come 45. So 45 is, so we have to erase all these things. We have finded that for Q1. Now we need to find for Q3. All terms will be different. So we have to erase all these things. Okay. So 45. 45 is lying in between these terms. 45 is lying in between these terms. So this will be your CF now, and in that lower, this will be your frequency, and in the same way this will be your class. This will be your value of L, and height of class will be the same, that will be 20. So you got all the values, put the values in the formula and get the answer. Value of L is 60. 3n by 4, that is 45. 45 minus CF is what? 29 divided by frequency is what? Frequency is 20 into H is 20. So 20 will be directly cancelled. Q3 60 plus calculate, that will be 16, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah, of course, 16. So Q3 will be 76. Just verify it whether I have solved it rightly or wrong. 76 is the right answer. Okay. So we got Q3. Now we need to find QD. That will be the quartile deviation. Formula is what? Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So Q3 is 76 minus Q1 is what? 41.33 divided by 2. Find out the answer. So in this way we need to calculate this term and we'll get the answer. So that is the method to calculate QD. Okay, I hope you understand. Now we are going to calculate the mean deviation. Okay, mean deviation. For the same example, we are going to calculate the mean deviation. Let's see how to calculate. What is the formula of mean deviation? Mean deviation formula is very simple. Mean deviation formula, summation. When there is a frequency, the formula is what? F and D. Summation FD upon summation F. Summation FD upon summation F. So for finding summation FD, we need to find first D. D formula is very simple. X minus X bar. So for finding D, we need X bar. So X bar is nothing but mean. Mean formula is summation Fx upon summation F. So for finding summation fx, first we need x, but the value of x is not given here. The value of x is not given. So we need to find first x. We need to draw x table, and that will be nothing but what? Mid value. Mid value of what? Mid value of class interval. So these are the class interval. We just have to write the mid values. 0 plus 20, 20 divided by 2. Adding these two terms divided by 2 will be the mid value. So first is 10, second is what? 30, then 50, then 70, and then we get 90. So these are the values of x. Now we have to calculate the x bar. Then only we will get the d, and then only we will get the fd. Okay. So we have to find x bar. That will be the mean. So for finding mean, we need fx terms together. F and x together. This is f, this is x. So we need to multiply those columns. 10 into 4, 40, 30 into 10, 300, 50 into 15, 750, and 7 into 70 into 20, 1400, and that will be 990. Is it right? Okay, right. So in this way we have calculated fx. Now we need to find summation fx. What we need? Summation fx. So we have to sum it up. Summation fx. Just calculate it. 0 0 0 0 0 4 5 9 9 9 18 18 8 carry 1 1 3 4 4 7 11 11 4 15 15 9 24 24 4 carry 2 2 and 1 3. So 3 4 8 0. So we are putting this value to find x bar. 3480 divided by summation f we need to calculate, and summation f is nothing but what? 60. Just calculate it. 0 0 will be cancelled. Divided by 6. 6 5s are 30. 6 8s are 48. So answer will be 58. So x bar is what? X bar is 58. X bar is 58. Means we got the mean value. So for finding d, we have to draw a d column here, x minus x bar. So we have x column and we have x bar. But whenever we are calculating d, it should be in mod. Why it is in mod? We just calculate the dispersion. We don't have to consider the sign. So 10 minus 58, that will be 48, and it will be positive only. 30 minus 58, that will be 18, sorry, 28, that will be 28, and 58, 70 minus 58, that will be 12, 90 minus 58, have I written right? 48, 30, 28, 58 minus 50, so that will be 8, and 70 minus 58, that will be 12, and 90 minus 58, that will be 32. So in this way we have calculated D column. Okay, but we don't require D column. We require FD column summation. So we'll write F and D. So just multiply F and D columns. So multiply those terms. Let's see what we get. (48 into 4). 48 into 4 means 50 into 4, 200. 48 into 4 means 192. 280. 15 into 8, 120. 20 into 12, 240. And 32 into 11. 320 plus 32, 352. Okay, so just we have to sum up. Summation FD. Summation FD, we just have to find summation. We will get the summation here and we divide that particular value divided by 60 and you will get your answer. So in this way we have seen the range, quartile deviation and mean deviation. I hope you understood this and we'll see standard deviation next. Now we are going to see how to find standard deviation. So in the earlier example we have seen how to find range, quartile deviation and mean deviation. But now there is formula of standard deviation. Standard deviation formula we have seen summation d square divided by n. But when there is a frequency given, so we have to consider that frequency. The formula will change and it will be like summation f into d square divided by summation f, because we know that n is nothing but what? Summation f. Okay, so we have to consider this formula because in this example we have frequency terms, so we have to consider this formula. So that will be the formula. Okay, so we need to find summation f d square. For that we have to find a separate column of d square. So we have d values, we have made separate column of d square, then we have to multiply that column with frequency terms, means d square into frequency. So we have made another column, that is fd square, because we need the summation of fd square. So we need to make column of fd square and then we have to find the summation of entire column. So we got the values, summation fd square, that is the values, and we have just put that values into the formula. So summation fd square is nothing but what? 32160, we have put 32160 under root, and summation f is nothing but what? 60. So we have put the value 60 here. We have done the calculation, we got this term, and square rooting this term, we got the value. So this is the value of standard deviation. So you just have to remember formula, what the formula is exactly, what it demands, and according to that you have to make columns. Just remember summation of fd square. So we have to make fd square as a column. So we have made fd square as a column and then we have to go for the summation. Don't confuse in it. Okay, in this way we have seen how to find the standard deviation. I hope you are getting all these examples. Thank you very much.